Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Detail. You'll have to excuse me, it's a bit of a full house today. I'm making my way over to you guys. I wanted to grab the Meguiar's Ultimate Ceramic Coating, and it's the product we're going to take a look at today. Now this caught my eye because it's able to put on painted surfaces, ceramic coatings, PPF, vinyl, plastic. So it seems like it's versatile. It's a spray coating. It comes out of the nozzle atomized. Should be easy to apply and remove. We're going to find out. If the video helps, give it a thumbs up. If not, a thumbs down. Subscribe. If you're not a member of the Apex family, I invite you to subscribe, hit the notification bell. That'll let you know when we have new material, and I try to bring as much content to you as possible. Let's get on to the video. So on the trunk lid here, painted surfaces, already protected, vinyl striping, plastic, glass, paint. Let's give it a shot. So I have two microfibers here. Put them over here within arm's reach. And let's mist it into the microfiber and just mist a little bit onto the painted surface. Going on nice, a little bit of a haze as you wipe it. You can see where you're wiping it into the surface. On vinyl stripes here, which is what I wanted to see, makes it look a little bit darker and richer. No problem with it looking glossy, still looks natural. Let's bring in the second microfiber. Easy to wipe off the painted surfaces. Now, I'm not sure if you could see this, but I'm giving you feedback as I'm doing this here. It wipes off easy, and as you're wiping, makes the surface feel slick, or slicker than it was. So I'll get you off the camera mount there and give you a first-person view. Not bad. All right, so I'll do this one-handed here. Simple as this, 3 steps. Spray, spread, wipe. Spray. You don't need a lot. Grab a microfiber, spread it out. That's the haziness that I mentioned before on the other side. It does evaporate as you're wiping it. And even on the vinyl striping here and the plastic, doesn't damage it or make it look odd. We'll bring in the second microfiber and you'll see how we'll be able to wipe this free from the surface. That haziness. And it leaves behind a nice, reflective, slick surface. So this is promising. All right, so as quick as that, we have the deck lid and all the materials up there protected with ease. Okay, so I went around, I got it on the surface, wheels, all the hard surfaces. Not bad, doesn't look bad. Now let me know down in the comments section, does it look as good as the C7 here that has BC7 topped with BC3? So at least there's something to compare to that has 2 different types of products on it. This one over here, BC1, I have yet to put the topper on yet. That one there, paint protection film, a good portion of it. We have commercial vehicle that got BC7, and mine has a whole host of things. It's the guinea pig. So let's get over to another picture or another side view of the C7 here. But I do have it somewhere on the hood when I first got it of the 63 front end here, which is my toolbox. And we'll be able to tell exactly where it is when we start to wet it down. So let's see what it looks like. See what the characteristics look like. Before I do get ahead of myself, this has been on here now for a couple hours. Let's get a gloss meter reading. So 93.1, not the highest on the channel, but not the worst either. and I'm sure that will increase as it cures. No real mention of cure time, but I would leave it away from free-flowing water, rainfall, for at least 12 to 24 hours. All right, so we got the pressure washer out. Let's wet this down, and we'll see where the protection is, because I only put it on a small section, maybe a 2x3 or 2x4 foot section. Excuse this, there's a lot of water in the line. I just got new lines and a new water system in the building here, so I have a lot of air to work out. It's driving me crazy, but we'll get it sooner or later. All right. So it's kind of easy to see where the protection is here. Let me drag you into better position, and I'll do this again. Right here's the line where it goes from beading to sheeting. Sheeting. Pretty decent beading, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, let's move along. So if you were to protect your car with the ultimate ceramic coating from Meguiar's, what it would look like if you used forced air to dry it. Quick and easy. Up here it's still grabby, you got some water spots, it's almost completely dry there. Grabby over there. Still wet in those areas, almost completely dry in the protected area. Let's just start off with a couple rounds. We'll start off easy. A couple rounds of just excuse me, I didn't mean to shake the camera again. Just a pH neutral shampoo in this area with a wash mitt. And what I look for is it trying to reject the soap. Compared to here, me looking up closely, and you do have to look closely, it is rejecting the soap in that area. Let's just do a couple rounds. One. Really get in there and scrub. Two, let's do one more. Really scrub the area. Little breakdown right there. Right here, it beads like crazy right in here. But still not bad. Let me get the leaf blower once more. For Pete's sake, I shouldn't have put it away to begin with. Look how that's completely dry, and here we have the water just clinging because there's no protection. So still there. Good sign. Okay, what about a bug tar and glue remover? You take your vehicle on a long trip, pick up those June bugs, you want to clean them off. And you have protection on there already. Will it harm the protection? Are you going to have to reapply the product? Let me bring you in a little closer. You can see it is trying to reject and bead the cleaner. So it's been on there for a few seconds. Let's rinse that off. Give it a wash. In some areas, not quite as hydrophobic as it was at the beginning. I love this old 63 front end here. This is probably the most times it's been washed in its lifetime. But anyway. Just not quite as hydrophobic. But still, I mean, it's holding up for the most part, still not gone. Still a hell of a lot easier to dry than this area right here, which is just clinging onto the water. How about water spot remover? You've heard of water spots getting on coatings and protection. I mean, these are products that can make contact with the surface after it's protected. And a lot of these coatings do brag of being able to be chemical resistant to a certain point, some between 3 and 12, some a little bit tighter, a tighter window. But you know, going through Mother Nature, they will come in contact with chemicals up and down the pH scale. So water spot remover, let's let it sit on there, let it dwell for a little while and see what it does. Not quite rejecting it and beading, and well, in some areas it is trying to reject the chemical, which is a great thing to see. So it's been on there for a minute or two. Let's rinse. Wash to make sure there's no residue. More sheeting than anything else there, but sheeting fast. Protection's still there. So that gives me a clue, a little bit of a clue, as to how tenacious it would be out in the real world. Now it's holding on to these water droplets just a little bit more. And you can't get it perfectly dry like you did before. So it's starting to break down. And these tests here will never replace what Mother Nature can throw at a car. But having compared so many of these products together, it gives me an idea how it stacks up against other products in its category. Well, some closing remarks before we end the video. The Meguiar's Ultimate Ceramic Coating. If you're a driveway detailer, an enthusiast, you take care of your own vehicles or a fleet of vehicles, I think you'll be happy with the results. This has been Brian from Apex Detail. If you have any questions, down in the comments section. And again, if the video helped, give it a like. Catch you in the next one.